Get ready. Get set. It's time for the basement view. Hey, how's it going? Hey, Carmen, what's happening? It's me, Jeff. Oh, my goodness. How you doing? Oh, man, I'm here. It's Monday. As I told you, whenever I come on and I'm laughing immediately, you know something crazy just happened. I ain't even gonna go into it because it was so funny. Well, well, what's so funny is, often, I'm getting everything prepared and I get everything set, and I got maybe between a few minutes and 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes. Hey, James, what's happening? Hey, Elise. So I have a few minutes to where I just sit and chill for a second, think about what I'm gonna say in the beginning, and I was sitting there thinking about it, and I happened to look up, and it was 6:59, and I hadn't turned the mic on, and I'm like, oh shit, what am I doing? So, just tripped out on my part. That's all. So, how's everybody today? I hope y'all are as in at least a good mood as I am now. Prior to right now, my mood wasn't all that good. If it wasn't for me screwing up, I would have been in a not that good a mood. But just my own screwing up managed to lift my spirits. It was warmer weather today. Well, it was, but still windy. It was a little warmer. I stayed in the house and did some stuff around the house. I was just sad that the weekend was over. This weekend went by, and I didn't get as much as I wanted done. I just was sad that the weekend went by. I wanted some more weekend, Oh, y'all at 79, golly. Man, I'm in the wrong place. You got to 85 today? Hey, y'all, you know what? We should all just pile in a van and go down to where Carmen and them is and just invade. So, like I was saying, I was just in a real blah kind of mood because of that and everything else that's going on. I got a chance to talk to that MAGA person that I know. He finally contacted me, and that was a little disappointing that this guy still seems to agree with everything that his president is doing. So again, that wasn't a surprise because they are never going to complain until something happens to them. Then they'll be the ones crying the loudest. So I was scrolling through some social media and social media is crazy. I'm not telling y'all nothing y'all don't already know. Social media is crazy. This guy says women cannot be satisfied. And I want to know, is that true? Women cannot be satisfied. Let's listen to what he got to say.
You're incapable of being happy?
Why do you say that?
Because women with curly hair buy a straighter. Women with straight hair buy a curler. Women with dark hair dye it blonde. Women with blonde hair dye it dark. Women with big boobs, they get a breast reduction. Women with small boobs, they get implants. I mean, you can't make that species happy. If they're light skinned, they want to get darker. There is no making them happy. They got eyebrows. They shave them off. They draw new ones on. There is no making that species happy. When the Almighty created woman, He created a weird animal.
Anything else?
No, that's it. I mean, I'm sure there's more.
You know what? When I saw that, I said to myself, you know, you can't help but say, man, he's got a point. How many of these folks have we seen? Oh, and I saw I saw a lady, and she walked by a group of kids. What you say, at least whatever. Hey, it wasn't me, okay? You know, and you gotta admit though, the guy's got a point. You happy with your dyed blonde hair? Damn, Ronnie. Oh boy, I tell you, how apropos. Oh, I tell you what. You know what? Y'all making me feel a heck of a lot better than I was a second ago. Who? But the guy had a point. The guy had a great point. And we know all of these women, right? Any guy out there, James, come on, help me out. We know all of these women, right? That guy was talking about. So I saw this lady walking in the store, and some kids started laughing at her. And when I looked up, I immediately almost chuckled myself, because what was it? We all know what it was. Everybody know what it was that they was laughing at. It was these 6-inch eyelashes on her face. Oh my God. And I had to just look away, because I'm like, wow. You don't think it's unhappiness? We enhance what we have. I'm sorry. I do not mean to laugh at that answer. It was more the thought that the first thing I thought when you said that was the part where he mentioned shaving off the eyebrows. You know, if you're shaving off the eyebrows to draw some on, you know, you know. Hey, Charles. Yeah, sometimes they look like they could be anything from caterpillars to bat wings to, them eyelashes. I don't know. Somebody work with me on this one. I don't get it. I simply don't get. And then it's like, can you see me through them? Because you can't even see their eyes. And a lot of times you can see the lashes from behind them. But again, I digress. I just thought the guy had some interesting points. And those of us guys, hey, we have encountered all of those women, over our lives. The guy literally described almost every woman I know. It's like, damn, he's got a point. Now, whether it's unhappiness or not, that's a call for the person that's doing the deed. Ronnie, you say it's enhancing what you have. Okay, I will go with that. That's fair enough. But it's fair to say that he did have a good point. He did have a good point. Those with the big bottom want a little bottom. Those with the little bottom want a big bottom. And y'all know I'm right. Y'all done seen all these extra bottoms walking around. Now, I'm sure those of you that know me won't be complaining about that. But anyway, He says the guy that will spin the car around in the middle of the street when he sees some white pants and get disappointed every time. For those of you that know, y'all know. But them white pants, they'll fool your ass every time. So, anyway. Thank you. Let me say thank you to all of you all, because you all have lifted my spirits. Men is the one that's not satisfied, because who are they trying to impress? Men. Hey, now wait a minute. Hold on, sister. Don't say that. Don't you dare say that. Now, I've asked this question 1,000 times, and 1,000 times I've been told they ain't trying to impress no man. Okay? Don't say that. I've asked that question 1,000 times. And every time it's been, I do this because I want to look the way I want to look. I ain't doing this for no man. I ain't wearing this for no man. I ain't doing this for no man. So don't put that on no men now. I have not seen one man ask a woman or say to a woman, you know what? You are beautiful. I really do like you, and you are beautiful. But you would be so much better looking if you had 3 more inches of eyelashes. If your eyelashes was 3 inches longer, you would just be perfect. Show me the man that said that, and I'll shake your hand. Okay? Show me the man. All right? Because I ain't seen him. I ain't seen him at all. You cannot tell me. You can't tell me it's a woman out there putting no damn 3-inch eyelashes on because a man told her she looked better with them. Right, tarantula legs. Yeah, really? All right, don't put that on men now. Ain't no men ask for nothing. Ain't no men ask for none of this stuff that's going on. Okay? Damn, Ronnie. Ronald Isley, Ronnie. Ronald Isley, really? Really? Yeah, well, and there's a lot of them Ronald Isleys running around. Yeah. Now tell me, it's a guy out there that told this woman, baby, you look so much better if you had Ronald Isley's eyebrows. Come on now. So, don't put that on men, okay? Men didn't ask for none of this, all right? And y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know I'm talking about the, you walk into a place and you see 10 women all with Megan Thee Stallion's face. Hey, let Megan Thee Stallion have her own face and you have yours. You know, you don't need Megan Thee Stallion's face. Now, I'm sorry, but I said what I said. And these fools running around here with chicken legs and 100 pounds of ass. Now, hey, everybody know me. I'm a big butt man. Everybody know me. Know that. But come on now. Walk around look like a big P. You can't really say that. You don't know exactly what these men are saying to these women. They probably are asking for longer eyelashes. Well, I tell you what. I tell you what. You know, Charles, to that, I'm going to say, considering the men that I'm encountering these days and the women hairstyles that they're wearing, I'm going to have to concede. Can I imagine what that poor guy thinks after a night of sexy dating? She sleeps over and wake up next to Shanae. Oh, hey, Lisa, having been that guy before, yeah, it's pretty traumatic. I tell you what. I tell you a story. One night, long time ago, in a land far, far away, I woke up in that very position. And I tell you what, I would have chewed my goddamn arm off to get out of there if I had to. Oh, yeah, I've been that guy. So, but Charles, to your point, there may be, I'm not going to doubt that there's not one guy out there that is loving the long lashes. Because again, if you look at some of the hairstyles that some of these guys are wearing, that's questionable as hell. Okay, so they probably are on that bandwagon, so I mean, men walking around with buns, hair all up on top of their head, bouffant hairdos and shit. What in the fuck is that about? And all these colors in their hair. Hey, you know what? Nothing says hit me in the ass like dyeing your hair different colors as a man. Okay? Now, that's just me. I said what I said. Okay? So if that's you, all right then. Check out some of those fingernails. Oh, you know what? You said they could field dress a deer. You're absolutely right. They could field dress a deer. You know what? I didn't even think of those damn Dracula claws that some of them are wearing. And let me ask you this. How did that become attractive? To have nails that, just as you just put it, Lisa, you could rip the skin off an animal's carcass with these nails. Where did that come from? And not to mention that, but also you got the nails that's got lockets glued on the nails, tic-tac-toe boards, bundles of money. You got all kinds of trinkets and studs and stuff glued to the nail. What is all of that about? And please don't tell me a man told you to put that on. Okay? Not a real man anyway. You know, don't tell me a man said, baby, I would love for you to come to bed tonight and shred the meat off my back. Turn my back to shredded beef. You know, come on. Don't say a man wanted that. That is not anything that a guy wanted. Okay? Now, I'm just saying. So, didn't mean to, blow that out of proportion. But the gentleman had a good point. When I saw it, I said, hey, that's a pretty good point, because I bet every guy out there knows one of the women he described. And that's pretty simple. That's pretty simple. Especially for those Nubian blondes, Ronnie. Those blondes that have more fun. What you say, Charles? The question is, of all the women wipe their butt with. Say, I'm assuming you saying how they wiping their butt with them long fingernails. You know what? I have no idea. That's another question. See, the question I had was, when you get that BBL that sit way out here and your arms is only this long, don't that make it farther away from you? But I never, maybe the nails make it easier for you to reach. Hey, Charles, maybe that's what it is. The nails make it easier to reach. Or not. Oh, my God. Boy, did that take a terrible turn. So, anyway, thank you. I appreciate it. You all have lifted my spirits. Today was a kind of a down day, but what's going on all over the place? It was just kind of a humdrum kind of day for me. I was thumbing through stuff and listening to junk. For instance, let's check this out. Here's one of the things. You just can't make this stuff up. Okay. Here's one of the things that just caught my attention. And I thought, how did this stuff start happening? A teen up in Wisconsin done went off his rocker. Check this out.
Now to a Wisconsin teenager accused of killing his parents to fund an alleged plot to kill President Trump. ABC's Christiane Cordero joins with the latest. Good morning to you.
Hey, Will, good morning. So many questions with this one. According to the warrant, a grandparent and a school resource officer called for a welfare check. It had been about 2 weeks since anyone saw the teen or his parents. This morning, newly unsealed court documents allege this Wisconsin teenager, Nikita Kasap, killed his parents as part of a larger plot to assassinate the president and attempt to overthrow the U.S. government. Kasap's mother, Tatiana, and stepfather, Donald Mayer, were found shot and killed in their Waukesha home during a welfare check in late February.
The body was appeared to have been deceased for some time, was unable to definitively identify who it was.
Investigators say the 17-year-old Kasap killed them to obtain the financial means and autonomy necessary to carry out his plan. Officials add they found material on the suspect's phone related to a neo-Nazi group described by the FBI as a satanic cult. They also say they discovered a 3-page document allegedly written by Kasap calling for the start of a revolution to, quote, save the white race. The documents allege Kasap paid, at least in part, for a drone and explosives, and that other parties knew of Kasap's plan, adding some even offered advice and assistance. Kasap was arrested in Kansas after police say he drove through a stop sign in his parents' car. Kasap is in custody on a $1 million bond. He has not yet entered a plea, Gio, and is scheduled to be arraigned in May.
Now let's break that down. We say that child has real psychological issues, and you're surprised that no one around him saw it, and you think he's on medications. Well, you know what, Carmen? You are probably correct, you know? But at the point where he actually kills his parents, what could have been going on his entire life before that? And he had to have been really mixed up, okay? Because A, Trump is a white supremacist. And if you are a neo-Nazi, why kill Trump unless he was planning on framing a black person for it? Now that could have been his plan. I haven't seen the whole plan. Maybe that's what it was. He was gonna kill Trump and blame it on black people. Again, with all the neo-Nazi stuff they found on him. This seems to be the direction a lot of the white folks out there are going. But up to that point where he decides, I got to kill my parents, and I'm assuming to get the money out of the bank so he can make his withdrawals from the bank without them knowing anything. Use the credit cards, buy up shit. What was going on that nobody knew about? Like you say, Carmen, it's a surprise. I can't believe nobody knew. Somebody had to know this kid is off his rocker. I just refuse to believe it. I refuse to believe it. And to kill your parents and stay in the house with him. Don't tell me nobody knew. Now, from the pictures of the house, as usual, it's one of those big ass houses out in the middle of a grove by itself. You know, how often do we see that? I'm thinking of one in particular, the one up there, up north. The one where the young teenager killed the kids. The one where that other idiot was saying that the parents were actors and he got sued for $1 billion. Those. Another house way out, big house out there where kids learn how to shoot and kill. If you were to dig a little deeper, I'd bet his teacher was aware of his problems. I wonder, that's probably correct too. You know, teachers are often the first to know, long before the parents. The question is, did anybody, you know, if the teacher did anything, did anybody else pay attention to him or her? Did the parent pay any attention to him or her? You know, I guess we'll probably find out more as this comes out. Did the teacher give a damn? You know, this was out in Waukesha, Wisconsin, an area that I used to frequent. He may have been abused. Well, he fixed that shit, didn't he? Were his parents even aware how much he wanted to kill them? Well, again, I think some of this will probably start to come out here later on. Because at this point, it's fresh. It just happened a couple of days ago. Or was it? Wait a minute. No, that was a while back. I have to look into that because I haven't seen anything else about it. It's a fresh story to me. Okay. So I think they just caught him. So I guess we'll find out. By the way, hit that thumbs up, ring that bell, subscribe, and let's get that algorithm to do its thing. That is, if you can. If you're watching this on a TV, don't worry about it. Because sometimes, I mean, not sometimes, but for some reason, YouTube don't allow you to do shit when you're watching it on TV until after the show goes off. Tell me how crazy that is. But this isn't the only place that this will happen. It's not. It's going to happen again and again. Because, A, we got a lot of kids out there that do not have any real supervision. And when I say supervision, I don't mean somebody watching closely what they're doing. When I say supervision, I mean involved with them at all. There's a lot of kids out there that their parents don't take very much interest in anything they're doing. Now that's what I seem to see for the most part. A lot of times, parents is just into other stuff and not taking any interest at all in what the kid is into. And the different websites that kids can go to today, especially on what they call the dark web. Now, the dark web is no place for me. I don't know if any of you go on the dark web, but it's no place for me. I worked with a guy one time. True story. You know, I got a million stories. I can't wait to tell you all of them. I worked with this guy who went on the dark web. He would sit there on his telephone and went on the dark web, and that goddamn phone locked up on him. One of them hackers got a hold to his phone. Just hacked into all this shit. And I said, yeah, you probably ought to stay off the dark web. So, but those particular websites that are out there, you know, these kids go on these sites and they form what they consider friendships, which is the same as what I talk about when I talk about MAGA. They form what they call friendships, what they consider, you know, they start to feel like family. Now, if you talk to a MAGA supporter, he'll tell you he feels like he's family with the other MAGA supporters. They form what they feel like is a relationship. And they start to bounce these crazy ideas back and forth. And typically, while they have not said it in this case, everything they have said to this point, he killed his parents, got money from them to buy supplies to assassinate the president, take over the government. He's a racist. He's neo-Nazi. All that points to blaming it on black people once you get it into effect. Okay? That's where that points, because they all seem to want to point that direction. We're going to start it, and we're going to make them the problem so the race war can take off. So, you know, back before the Republicans got rid of all the asylums and kicked all the crazy people out in the street, you know, you could kind of readily find help for people like this. Nowadays, there's literally no help. You know, a parent can't find any help. You certainly can't call the police. You know, there's a lot of people wish they had never called the police, because the police only know how to do one thing, especially if you're wearing the right complexion. So, this is just getting to be nuts. Sandy Hook. That's what I was thinking about. That Sandy Hook incident out east. I recall the house that they lived in was a nice big house way out in the middle of nowhere. You know, that seems to be a breeding ground for crazy ideas. There's some places, but they're few and far between. Yeah, unfortunately. Absolutely right, Carmen. Few and far between. And with that said, the ones that are there have no funding. Because, again, the Republicans pulled all the funding. So there's no money available. There's waiting lists. There's, you know, no housing. It's just a big mess. Absolute mess. So, unfortunately, that's kind of where we are. And between that and this other thing that got me down today was Trump hosting the president of El Salvador in the Oval Office today. And I saw something that got me so disgusted. Now, the Supreme Court told Trump, his administration, to facilitate returning this man they sent to El Salvador by mistake. Now, when I saw that ruling, I immediately knew, I think I mentioned it here, that they're not going to do it. They're going to just use the same excuse they used in the first place. Sorry, we have no control over El Salvador. The El Salvadorian president was in the Oval Office today. And a reporter asked him for his comment on the issue. And he, in one of the glibest attitudes I've ever seen, one of the most choreographed comments, says, I can't send a terrorist back to the United States. Wait a minute. Who said the dude was a terrorist? Who called the guy a terrorist? Then he goes on to say, what do you want me to do? What am I going to do? Smuggle a terrorist across the border? Meanwhile, while he's saying this, cameras on Trump, and Trump has the most shit-eating grin on his face that you ever seen. And I'm so disgusted because this guy has done nothing to anybody. And this guy, if you knew his story, I read his story. The guy came to America because he's from El Salvador. His mother has a food store. And the gangs were threatening his mother. They wanted money from her store and threatening to force him into the Barrio 18 gang. And to avoid that, he ran away, came to America. Got to America, doing like a lot of immigrants do, standing out in front of Home Depot, trying to get a job, got swept up in ICE by who? Trump's ICE from his first presidency. Okay? And they immediately scooped him up, got one of the other ones to say, yeah, he's in MS-13. Now, that's where the MS-13 came from. When they had him in their custody, they made up this MS-13 shit about him. They went to immigration hearings, and as it turns out, the judge didn't buy none of that shit, put a do not deport order on him. Couldn't find no evidence of him ever having any encounter with MS-13 at all. Of course, the other little guy was lying that they put up to tell the lie. So now, this guy's in the system. He's going to court every year trying to get asylum. He's here. The judge said, don't deport him. And this time around, when Trump gets back in, they go in the system and see this guy still here. And they snatch him out the system, call him. Now they've called him a member of a Venezuelan gang. Not MS-13, but this, forget the name of it, that they're using today, that they use to send them guys down there. And refuse to bring him back. Since the news came out, hey, you got the wrong guy, everybody knows it, they're just determined to not get him out. And the Supreme Court gave him an out. You need to facilitate it. That's not an order. You know? To facilitate something means, hey, I just said okay. Hey, if you want to send him back, you can send him back. If you don't, you don't. Nah, I just facilitated it. I give him a ride from the airport if you send him back. So, why are they doing this? Why are they doing it? I think, now, if you disagree with me, let me know. Here's my thought. I think we are in our first test. I think this is a test to see what this dude can get away with. Because he immediately followed this up. All these comments today, he followed it up with, he's looking into sending Americans to El Salvador, to the prison in El Salvador. He literally asked the president of El Salvador, do you think you could make a few more of those prisons? I'd like to look into sending homegrown terrorists to El Salvador. Now, who do we think the terrorists are going to be? Since they've since labeled this guy a terrorist. See, a terrorist now. And the president of El Salvador has declared that the only way you're going to get out of CICOT, which is the name of that prison, is in a casket. Once you're in that prison, you're never getting out. So Trump and this guy's playing with this guy's life and the lives of those other guys, you know. And see, a lot of people don't care if you say somebody was a drug dealer or a gang member. See, that's the thing right there. Americans don't care if you just tell them, oh, that's a gang member. That's a terrorist. Once you say that, they automatically believe you until they call you a gang member or a terrorist. See, remember, there's a lot of immigrants right now hiding in their basements because they just not realizing that the gang members, the murderers and criminals that Trump said he was going after is actually them. I think this is a test. If you think different, let me know. You know, if you think different, let me know. That's just my thoughts. He's testing the waters to see how far he can go. Every step of the way. And we know once the story hits Fox News, they're going to believe anything that's said on Fox News. Anything that's said on Fox News. I ran into I didn't run into him. He called me. That MAGA support I've been telling y'all about, he says he's going to come on. We're going to find out. If he decides he's coming, I'm going to let him come on and we're going to talk. But he called me, and the minute he started talking, all I heard was Fox News. That's all I heard, Fox News. Now, a few things he said was true, but it was mixed with a ton of junk off of Fox News. And you would not believe some of the stuff he was saying. Fox News all day long. This is the kind of stuff you hear on Fox News. Listen to Janine Perino. Janine. Listen to when the meltdown was going on in the stock market, listen to what Fox News was telling their viewers.
You know what? I don't really care about my 401k today. You know what? Not that I can afford it. Not that it isn't important. Not that I'm not at a point in my life when I should be worried about my 401k, because I am. But this is what I believe. I believe in this man.
Now, that's what they're hearing on Fox News. Forget your 401k. Forget your retirement. You just believe in Trump. How many of y'all just believe in Trump? Okay. So that's kind of what had me today. But thanks to y'all. I'm back. I appreciate it. Excuse me. And speaking of social media, while I was on there checking that other guy out, I ran across another fella. And gotta show y'all this. This cracked me up. This kind of helped me get to this evening. So check it out. Somebody tell me what the hell happened here.
Funny, you know, you need to laugh because you funny as the fuck. I don't even know why the fuck.
Let me see your hand. Let me see your hand.
Binky, if you touch me, I promise you, I'm gonna punch the fuck up out of you, bitch. You want to play on the Rockets for Houston? I'm gonna put you right on the motherfucking t-shirt, bitch, and rock your ass all the way to heaven. Leave me the fuck alone. Why do y'all keep playing this straight shit with me? I need to find y'all some dick. You need to call Sid. You need to call BT. You need to call BJ. You need to call somebody that's gonna fuck you in your guts to make you feel better. Cause this right here, I can't do. Well, I have a coochie. This can't do nothing for you. I have a coochie. Smell it. It smells gooder than a summer beach. I promise you. We have the same fucking thing. You can't do nothing with me, sweetie. I'm a nigga bitch. I have a pussy. You got a pussy. Cause you got hair on there. I'm bald down there. You nasty. I'm clean. And leave me the fuck alone. Don't call me out here. No, I'm not for no dumb ass shit, Binky. I'm not playing. Cause bitch, I'm finna brush your ass to the motherfucking warehouse, bitch, if you keep playing with me.
Somebody tell me just what the hell was happening there. They need to get rid of social media. That's what they need to do. Ban social media. Hey, y'all. I appreciate y'all for helping me through this one. All I can say is it's going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting. So on that note, everybody, y'all stay up. Let's hope this dude get to do everything he wants to do, and those that support him finally see it. Let's hope that happens. Okay? On that note, y'all stay up. I'll be back Wednesday. I'm gonna try to spend the rest of the evening laughing. What you say, Charles? Hey, man. You know what? I had to show that just because the only thing I could think was, what? Now, see, that's what we got. We got teens killing their parents. We got women changing everything there is about them. Guys doing that. Hey, I don't know what to tell you. Hey, y'all take it easy. I'll see y'all Wednesday. I'm out. Y'all take it easy.